Day 8 maids a-milkin'. How about we make some creamy mashed potatoes, a savory vegan gravy, and a homemade cranberry sauce. We won't need 8 maids working away to prepare the traditional fixings for your holiday meal. These are quick and simple recipes, but when I was new to a plant-based diet, I didn't know how to make mashed potatoes without dairy milk and cream, and gravy without the drippings from a turkey. So to make sure all your basics are covered, here we go. Our easy holiday cranberry sauce is ready in 15 minutes and perfect for making ahead. Bring half a cup fresh water and a quarter cup cane sugar to a low boil. Add 1 cinnamon stick and strips of orange zest if you like for some extra flavor. Add 2 cups fresh or frozen cranberries and reduce the heat to a simmer. Simmer with the lid off and stir occasionally for 10 minutes until the cranberries start to make a popping noise and can be gently crushed with the back of your spoon. Stir in any other flavorings like ground spices or citrus zest. Heat for an additional minute or 2 to combine the flavors and remove from the heat. You can give your cranberry sauce a taste and add more sweetness if you'd like. I have used maple syrup in place of the granulated sugar, but I actually prefer the taste of the cane sugar a little bit more. That being said, use whatever sweetener you like best. And that was pretty simple, right? Allow your cranberry sauce to cool, store it in the fridge for up to 5 days, or you can even freeze it. And now our 10-minute savory vegan gravy. Melt 2 tablespoons of vegan butter in a small saucepan. Slowly add a quarter cup of flour a little bit at a time, whisking to combine with the butter. Stir in 2 teaspoons miso paste and slowly add 2 cups of vegetable broth a quarter cup at a time. Whisk constantly to avoid the flour clumping and reserve the last quarter cup. I forgot the miso. If you do that, just add a little bit of hot water into the miso paste and this will help you dissolve it and then just add it into your gravy. If the water's not hot, then you might have a harder time getting this miso to dissolve once it's in the gravy. So do this first. To be honest, every single time I make this, I forget the miso. Whisk 1 teaspoon arrowroot or cornstarch into the broth until fully combined and pour this last quarter cup of broth into the gravy. Stir right away to spread the starch through the gravy. Add in 1/2 tablespoon tamari or soy sauce and a 1/2 tablespoon vegan Worcestershire sauce. You can use another 1/2 tablespoon tamari if you don't have the Worcestershire. These will add extra flavor and nice color. Raise the heat a bit if needed, bring to a simmer, and stir for 5 to 8 minutes until the gravy has thickened. Keep warm or reheat when you're ready to serve. Last but not least, your creamy mashed potatoes. Peel and slice 2.5 pounds potatoes. You can leave the skins on if you want some more texture, and dice your potatoes evenly. One thing I have learned with mashed potatoes is to not dice your potatoes too small. I'm always tempted to dice them really small, that way they cook quicker, but if they're too small, then the potatoes will take on too much water as they cook, and your mashed potatoes will taste watery. So larger dice. Try to get them as even as possible, but I mean, that's close enough. Cover your diced potatoes with water in a large pot and sprinkle in 1 teaspoon salt. The salt will really help to make your mashed potatoes much more flavorful. Bring to a boil, reduce to a low boil, partially cover the pot with the lid and watch carefully so they don't boil over. Cook for 10 to 15 minutes until the potatoes easily fall apart when pierced with a fork. I decided to keep these mashed potatoes pretty simple, but a great way to add some extra oomph into your special holiday mashed potatoes is to add in some roasted garlic. Roast your garlic ahead of time, work it into a few of your holiday dishes, and then just mash up 4 to 6 large cloves and stir them into your mashed potatoes. It's a great way to add a bit of extra flavor and make them a little more special. And today I'm using some vegan butter and soy milk to make these mashed potatoes creamy, but in general, to add some moisture to vegan mashed potatoes. You can use some of the starchy water that the potatoes cooked in, vegetable broth, or any plant milk you like best. When your potatoes are cooked, drain the water they cooked in, drop in 3 tablespoons vegan butter, and mash the potatoes. In a separate dish, roughly mash 4 to 6 large cloves of roasted garlic and add them to your potatoes. Pour in up to 1/2 cup soy milk and continue to mash your potatoes until creamy. Add more milk if needed, taste and add more salt, pepper, or any fresh herbs you'd like. Using a potato masher like this or a ricer will produce the fluffiest potatoes. Using a blender of any kind will overwork the starch and make the potatoes quite gloopy. So just like those 8 maids a-milkin', roll up those sleeves, get in there, use a little muscle to get the job done. And there you have it, quick and easy vegan versions of your traditional holiday fixings. Our homemade cranberry sauce costs us about $1.40 to make. Our savory vegan gravy costs $1.33 using our homemade veggie broth and $2.66 using store-bought broth. And our creamy roasted garlic mashed potatoes cost us about $2.50. These are simple recipes, but they're super flavorful and will make a great accompaniment to your main dish. And if you are still at a loss for a main dish, stay tuned for day 12. But for now, click the links below for these easy vegan holiday side dishes. Subscribe for a new video every Sunday at 5, and tomorrow is day 9 of our 12 days of vegan Christmas recipes. And we're going a wassailing. I'm excited.